Vasily, the Matrix, the Mo. This an open air. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Scoring hook. Swing and a miss with the hook. It's bombs away. Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. These two were made for each other. He just misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Now breathe. Breathe. Just get... Listen, you've switched on.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
That hook is parried away. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That left hook misses. That counter shot lands. This fight has a real good flow to it. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe. Here we go in round three. Who's gonna land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter's not shown us much defense at all. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Nice counter shot. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Both men step back for just a moment. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Here we go to the 4th round. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
That counter punch caught him clean. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Just misses with that jab. When you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. How about that time count? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on the end. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Catch and shoot. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Back and forth they go. Beautiful counter shot. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Lomachenko in trouble. Lomachenko goes down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Let's talk about Loma in that last round. What a huge... Let's start the 6th. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Good counter punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They exchange punches. Hook misses. No rest for the weary. Catch and shoot. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. The monster, dazed. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good counter punching, and that hook scores. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Loma in that last round. From this moment forward, here we go. It's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The straight right just misses. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Lomachenko on the canvas. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knock. Round 8, and we're off again. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Lomachenko is buzzed. Heavy punches send Vasily Lomachenko down. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.